Something has been raiding my blackberries and breaking my canes. Last week, the blackberries were looking great. This week, I've got canes all over the place down. I've got blackberries I've seen being eaten. And I don't have a clue what's doing it. Could be deer, could be raccoons, could be squirrels. I don't know what it is. But actually, the timing couldn't have been better. I have been asked to review this GardePro Link 1.0 camera hub solar kit. So I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to get this unboxed, go through it all, set it up, and bring it back out here to the garden to see if I can figure out what's attacking my blackberries. I say we get out of this hot Oklahoma sun and get back to the porch. Let's get this system opened up and hooked up. So here's what I got. I've got the GardePro Hub, the R3 Pro camera, and the SP300 solar panel. So we have the GardePro R3 Pro camera. Instructions about the battery pack and the trail camera. SD card. Antenna. Tree strap rope. And the camera. And a USB-C cable. And a USB-C to USB-A adapter. Looks good. Remove film. Feels good. There's a battery pack. Oh, there's the USB-C charge port. So if you don't get the Wi-Fi or the solar panel, you can use it. Looks good. Feels good. All right. Let's check out the hub. That's the thing that makes this so different. All right, time for the hub. Now the hub, what it does is it plugs into your Wi-Fi by network cable. And so the cameras connect to this. And then this plugs into your Wi-Fi and connects to, well, the internet, I'm guessing. There's a reset button. Pair button, looks like a mounting bracket here, network block, power cable, mounting brackets and screws and straps, power cable, antenna, and network cables and waterproof components. Waterproof components. Okay, so there's a network cable. Those are metal connectors. That's a nice cable. So here's the waterproof connectors. I suspect they connect to this. And there's another network cable. I'm not sure why there's two, but I bet we'll figure that out as we open this up. All right, last up's the solar panel. Oh look, a manual. And the solar panel. Looks like it's got a nice amount of cable, so you can put it where you need to. And a good mount. Screw the mount into here. It's got your ball joint to adjust it, and then a mounting bracket to screw into whatever you're going to screw into. So I was going to start with the camera. Took the battery, or turned it on. It was at 66% on the battery. So I decided to go ahead, take the battery out, and charge it for a little bit. So we're going to go through a couple of the other setups real quick. So here's the hub. Okay, this is what allows the camera to, again, communicate via Wi-Fi. I believe there's a lot of cameras you can hook up to a single hub. I want to say the number is 16. That's what I'm recalling, but there's a lot. So you can use it for a lot of different things. So as far as setup goes on this one, this is a network jack. You can see right there. So the reason why there are two network cables was this hub, one connects for the LAN. Where's it at? One connects for the LAN and one connects for the receiver. So this one that's going to come to the receiver, if you're going to install this in the house, you can just plug it straight in and call it good. If you're going to mount this hub outside, then it came with some waterproof connectors. So the waterproof connector, I had to put the O-ring on. The easiest thing I found for the O-ring is I slid the O-ring on my finger and then I stuck it there. Then I just rolled the O-ring onto the connector. Now this has a split in it. So on the network cable, take that split, open it up, slide in the network cable, or slide it on the network cable. Actually, I messed up. Yes, I messed up. Let me take that back off. So to have this work, what you end up doing is you take this piece, slide it onto your network cable. I'm not quite sure how. That connector right there, I guess I can smash it down. It does not want to fit over this. So I told you how much I really liked these heavy duty cables. I've never seen anything really this well made as far as a network cable is concerned. I can't get their waterproof connector over it. Now I did have a different network cable, and I went and grabbed it, and it slides over it just fine. Just in case the issue is just with that one cable, I'm going to go ahead and show you how this would work. I then put that little washer, sorry about the lens, camera lens. I put that piece on. I'll slide it over it just like that. And then on the network cable, I would plug it in, slide this up and lock it into place. And then take this waterproof, which won't work on this cable because of that. So it should be like that, but that should be inside of this. And then when you tighten it down, it should work. Well, at the moment, I plan on putting this on the inside of the house anyway. So it's not going to be that big of a deal. Going back to mounting this, because you are supposed to be able to mount it outside, it does have this, which is supposed to be able to be mounted to a pole. It does come with a strap, but you could mount it to a tree or something like that. But this, via the network cable, connects to this box, which is plugged in. The network cable it came with was a 3-foot network cable. Well, it came with 2. So it needs to be 6 feet from your network device that you can plug into. This, unless you change out that network cable, can only be like 6 feet away. So what I will probably do once I've tested this out for a little bit is I will mount it to the side of the house. That way I'll just mount it outside, drill a hole through the wall and run the network cable through. And then this sits like this against the house. And then the hub comes in and hangs on it. This will come down and then the network cable would go into the house. Just plug in the antenna. So for the short term, I got my box with both network cables in it, and I've got my power cable. There we go. I got my power cable. It did not want to go in. I had to forcefully push it in, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. On this box, the one that says PoE and one says LAN. LAN will obviously go to your network. This one plugs into your hub device. Now the only thing I need to do now is to take this and give it some power. All right, so I'm going to set this over here on this tree. I almost took a ladder. In fact, I brought a ladder out here to set it up on the stand. But I decided to try it more real world. I'll put it on this tree and we'll go from there. If I can't get anything, I'll put it on a ladder closer to the blackberries. I'm beginning to wonder if it might not be a squirrel that's causing my problems, but I really don't know. Now, there was a stand that you could have for this solar panel, but I decided to go ahead and use this tripod. I had it, it's not doing anything, and so I can just bring this out here, set it up, install it. I don't have to screw anything into the, I don't have to screw anything in to the tree. And I can even move this a little bit further away and get it into the sunlight, because under this great big huge oak tree, there's not a whole lot of sunlight. So this should plug in right here. There we go. So tripod with the solar panel, currently in the shade, so we'll see how that works. And camera set up, pointed to the blackberries. Again, we may be too far away to see what's hitting them. I really suspect it'll be a squirrel or a raccoon or a deer. So I have lots of cell cameras. I've got 4 from Muddy, I've got 1 from Tacticam, and 1 just monitors our driveway. The other ones are out in the woods. I've got 1 with a dead battery. So if this solar panel works well, I may see about getting solar panels for my other ones. If this camera works well, I may see about getting a few more, because that hub will do multiple cameras. And I have several places here on our 10 acres that I hunt nearby that this may work. So first up, see if we can figure out what's going after my blackberries. Then second, after I've sort of done this for a little bit, I'll take it out into the woods and see how it works as a deer camera. All right, so how did the camera work, and did I figure out what's going on with my blackberries? And the answer to that question is it worked really well, and I'm 99% sure I figured out what was going on with my blackberries. First of all, you can see I've moved it. I put the ladder closer to the blackberry bushes so I could see close up. From the tree, I could see the blackberry bushes, but I couldn't see smaller critters messing with it. It was just too far. That's not what it's even made for. It's made for, you know, deer and other stuff, and the distance was just too far to do that. So that didn't shock me, and I'm not upset about moving it. But I did move it up close, and well, this is what I found. You can see with the default that it sends me, it's sort of choppy and how it works. And that's how most game cameras work for the low definition videos. I was then able to go ahead and download the HD. It took me a little bit to figure out how. I had to click on the video and then say download the HD. But once I found that, I was able to download the HD video, and well, here it is. And pictures. I went ahead and downloaded a couple pictures just so you could see what they look like. And this is the low definition picture. Doesn't look too bad. It's much smaller. And then here's the high definition picture. And again, it looked really good. And you could see that squirrel sitting right there in the middle of the screen, I think. So yeah, it definitely looks like it was a squirrel that was breaking my blackberries. It was going to the edge of the blackberry canes, and so as it crawled up those, especially when they were standing straight up, its weight broke them over. I couldn't imagine a bird doing that. I figured it was something bigger, and I've actually seen, as I walked out here to record this, I saw a squirrel and another blackberry. So I'm actually glad I figured out what the problem is with my blackberries. Now I got to figure out how to take care of it. It is squirrel season here in Oklahoma, so that's always an option, but we'll see what we decide. As far as the game camera is concerned, I actually really like this. I don't have to have some crazy subscription to download my high definition videos like I do from all my other cameras. Normally with them, I walk out to the cameras to get the high def video if that's what I want to do. Here I was able to download the video. I am getting ready to move it though. I'm going to move it deeper into the woods. I'm going to see how well it does with all the trees. It's supposed to do 1,000 yards with clear line of sight. Well, I don't have clear line of sight around here. So I'm going to be testing that out and see how it goes, see what kind of deer and other animals I might find. And I'll give you another update on that later. So I do have a discount code if you're interested in this camera. It's TNT15. It gives you 15% off your purchase. And so far I like it. Once I get it out into the deer woods, and I'll do some more testing there, and I'll do another video on that. And I would not be shocked if I go ahead and buy me another camera too, because the subscription fees really add up on my other cameras. And so it would be nice not to have those. Here is a video of our week 19 garden video. So if you haven't been catching up with that and you would like to see where we're at 19 weeks into the series, I'd love to have you take a look at that. And here is our full garden playlist. Thanks for watching. God bless. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.